Ever notice someone dragging large black bags through the hospital lobby and wonder who they are? That, my friend, is a medical device rep. Welcome to Device Guys. Your hosts, Brent Lloyd and Jason Doliak, bring 50 years of combined medical sales experience to the table, sharing insights, stories, and a behind-the-scenes look at this fascinating world. Enjoy the conversations.
Hey everybody, I'm Brent. He's Jason. We're the Device Guys. Welcome to the podcast. Jason, how do you do?
I'm doing great, buddy. How do you do?
Oh, no complaints.
No complaints.
Just fine, thank you.
Feeling the glow of the blue cloth?
I love the blue cloth. When we break this out, it's a special day. We know it is.
Yeah, it is good.
This guy
Something
guy
else?
is easy on the eyes. I can't wait to bring him out.
Yeah, you know, it's
We've been trying to get more followers. I think there's a demographic that is going to like this guy.
this is the way to do it.
This is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just go with objectively beautiful, and then that helps.
You know, we just met for the first time today. I found my heart rate still. Like I could be.
No.
I know. I'm tachycardic.
I know. I know.
It's,
But we're not going to bring him out just yet because there's a couple things we want to talk about.
You want to talk about this weekend?
I do want to talk about this weekend. I don't really want to talk about it. It's
Why?
not like, because I do. I do.
Let's talk about it. I mean, listen.
Let's talk about it.
Things happen. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you.
I'm proud of you.
It was a feeling I've never felt before. You know.
Well, now it's starting to sound weird. Let's just tell the audience what we're talking about. So we played in the men's league club championship at Bonneville Municipal Golf Course.
Golf club.
Let's call it a club.
It's called a club.
Yeah.
Stretch.
A little bit of a stretch.
It's a little stretch.
But anyway, they had good shape. Lindsay had it in really good shape.
She sure did. That place was rolling.
Setup was beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought it was fair. That was fair.
Mm-hmm.
If you were playing good, it was fair. I didn't play too well. But you and I played together that first day, and it was big fun.
It was a delight, man. I loved it.
It was a delight, and you played really good.
Thank you.
In fact, I think you won a fair amount of money.
I did okay on that this whole tournament together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole number 8.
That's where I was going.
The driver was working.
You were hitting well. First,
Hang on.
let's talk about the highlight. Let's talk about the highlight because you, Jason, he hit it in from 117 yards for a 2 on number 8.
And it was just so dramatic. I mean, the elevated green, the surface was kind of at head level. You know, it was good. You couldn't tell if it was tracking. It was kind of tracking, and it just disappeared.
And then you said, "I think I went in."
I think it went in.
Yeah. And I kind of believed you. I'm a little shorter than you. I had to kind of jump up.
We Dukes
There was
of
no
Hazzard-
ball on the
we
green. Like
Dukes of Hazzarded it into that cart.
Dukes of Hazzard, yeah. I remember we drove up to the green, and then when it wasn't on the green, then we knew it was in. We knew the ball was in. Yeah. So our big group thread, the Who Do You Love Bonneville Municipal Golf thread.
Yeah.
There was already
Comby had an ace
Chris
already.
Comby hit a hole in one on 9. And minutes earlier, so I made sure the group knew that you dunked it on 8, and it was just a feel-good moment. I think for everybody on that text thread.
It was great. I tell you, what was interesting for me was that it just. I mean, I felt like a different person. I felt like a different person.
You didn't feel like it. You were a different person. You had so many endorphins going. You were like starting to be the biggest cheerleader for our group, and it was so annoying. I was like, just
back off.
pump the brakes.
Listen,
We still have some holes to play.
I apologized.
Yeah.
It wasn't right, but I mean, I never felt so high in my life.
We'd had a cigar by then, and so there was maybe some nicotine happening.
No, we started the cigar on 9.
Oh, that's
the
what we
cigar
did, the
was
cigar.
9, and
So maybe that exacerbated
Could've.
the whole endorphin high that you experienced. Yeah. But it was only a few short holes later where you came down off that high like a meth addict crashing.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Well, yeah. So what was it? We're on 12.
Number 12, par 5.
Long par 5. Kind of got that hill in this, and I just kind of lay into one.
Oh, you belted it.
I belted.
Even I thought
I hit that ball, and it was like,
right down the middle, 5-yard draw, and I hit a good drive. For me on that hole, I hit a pretty good drive, and so did our playing partner.
Oh, Chris Bear.
Chris Bear, who's 72,
72
retired pilot, and that was a fun round of golf. I'd
Great
never
man.
met him before.
He was fantastic.
He was a sweetheart. Anyway, we all hit it on the same line, right? And so we go walking up, and I
don't know how I didn't see your ball.
I don't know
we
either.
pull
Well,
up to the two balls that are up there next to each other. I'm like, oh, these two old fellas.
well, mine took the fairway slope, I think, and that's why we all kind of thought those two balls were me and Chris.
Yeah.
And you want to. What was the comment you made? What was the comment you made?
We're pulling up
because
on-
there's a drop in the fairway.
We pull up on those balls. I'm like, don't worry, my ball will be in view any minute.
Yeah. Like you really got it out there, 340, 350 even. And then what happened?
I was 8 feet behind Chris's ball.
He's like, no, this is a Titleist here.
Yeah, blue
He
dot.
goes over there.
JD on it? That's mine.
Yeah, but it was really kind of I wasn't cocky about my drive, but it really kind of sucked when he goes, oh, the Strixon's back there.
This Strixon's back behind
It was
us.
like, 20
I think we
yards.
ran that one over.
Yeah, we almost ran it over. So anyway, that was funny. And there's one other thing I want to comment on with that golf tournament.
Go on.
There was we teed off on 10, and then you have to go down, and you're right by 18 green, you know.
Tantrum.
And there was a guy throwing a tantrum. We watched him. Because we were putting our towels in the bucket for the back 9, so we had paused there, and we watched that guy chunk the chip straight into the bunker, and then he didn't throw his club, but he slammed it, and then he muttered, and then he hand gestures, and he was going to go back to the cart, and then he realizes, well, I still have it. I got to get it out of the
Gotta hit
bunker.
this out of
Then
the
he goes
bunker.
in the bunker, and he doesn't take any, but he gets it out of the bunker, and then he comes back still muttering to himself. And I look over to the cart.
His kids were handcuffed to that cart.
2 kids.
2 kids.
He had like a 3-year-old and a
6-year-old.
5-year-old.
Yeah. Handcuffed to that cart.
In the cart.
It's a tournament.
It's a golf tournament, and you can't. You have custody this weekend.
I
How
guess-
about you get a babysitter?
Seriously.
That is-
or don't play.
That's child abuse.
It was
When
child abuse.
you know the joke I made about taking your kid to the symphony.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tongue in cheek. I am being 100% authentic right now.
Those kids were being abused.
I called family services.
You called DCFS that down the way home?
I did.
That's a good move.
I didn't wait till I got. I didn't wait. I called them
on,
and from 10 fairway. Mm-hmm. It was like 100 degrees. Those poor kids.
Having to watch their dad play golf like that.
They could be watching Scotty. Who do you call him? Sheffield. Is that who you call him?
Scotty Sheffield.
Yeah, they could be watching
Scotty
Scotty
Sheffield.
Sheffield. No, I hated that. I hated that. That was to me that. And I want to look up that guy. I want to find him because he's in the men's league. You know what? I hope he's a friend of the podcast, and I hope he sees this.
I hope he calls us on this. He was wearing a bucket hat. I didn't like that one bit.
You sometimes wear a bucket hat.
That's what I mean.
Oh, you could be mistaken.
I
for
could be
him.
mistaken for him.
That's valid. That's valid. Okay, enough of the recap. But Jason, you did play some good golf.
Thanks, buddy.
We're all proud of you in the Who Do You Love golf group, Bonneville Municipal Golf Group. But let's get to our guest. Let's bring him out here. He's a good friend. He's a good customer. And I don't know if he's a friend of the podcast yet.
He will be after this.
He will be after this. I know that he's going to, we talked earlier, he's going to up our viewership and definitely our viewership.
Well,
Because if you're listening to this podcast, you're missing out.
Right.
If you're not viewing the Vamsi Yaganti episode. Let's bring him out, Dr. Vamsi Yaganti.
come on out.
Vamsi, welcome to the podcast. How do you do?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on.
Good. Thanks for joining us.
We're happy to have you.
This is exciting. You know, I've been, called a lot of things, like a, physician and, maybe back in the day, good at some sports, but I've never been, commented on for my looks. So I
Your good
appreciate
looks?
that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bollywood's loss is our gain here on Device Guys. I really feel that way. Yeah. I wonder, Zach, are we going to have to do something about the whiteness of his teeth? Are we going to have to?
Yeah.
Can we do something with editing? Yeah.
turn the
We
lights
don't want to
down a
blind
little bit.
people here.
Yeah.
No, we're happy that you're here. You're one of my favorite people. I love
Thank you.
working with you. We've got a lot to cover because you have a super interesting background. Why don't you tell the people what you do now, and then we'll talk about kind of where you came from.
Yeah, so I, born and raised in India, did my med school back in Mumbai, and then came to the States to do my master's in microbiology. Went to University of Kansas, rock chalk, and then moved to Northeast, Philadelphia, Jersey, did all my training there. And then
All your cardiology training.
cardiology, internal medicine, cardiology, structural heart fellowship, all the training there, and moved here to St. Mark's to, kind of kickstart the structural heart program at, St. Mark's Hospital, and moved to Salt Lake. And
What year was that?
2016, yeah, it's been,
I can't believe that.
yeah, it's been 9 years, he's the guy responsible for me taking the job. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
And
I did run some recon for you, but that's
no, so, it's a funny story. As I come to interview here, I still kept my itinerary at St. Mark's. I hope they don't watch this podcast, but so my interview started at 10 o'clock and it ended at 2 p.m. Shortest interview. And then as soon as I entered the building, one of the, cardiology VPs says, "Oh, it's a, your lucky day. The CEO decided not to go fishing because it's raining outside." I'm like, what? The CEO was going fishing while I come to interview? And so finished the interview, met with Brent for a couple of drinks. My wife was excited to know how I, liked the place, and we loved Salt Lake. We, visited here. She interviewed at University of Utah for a pain fellowship. And as soon as I entered the house, it was like, that place sucks. I'm not going there. And then after that, kind of sat down and took a step back. And
they didn't really roll out the red carpet, but when you and I think we met at Roost Chris.
yeah,
And we had a couple of drinks, and I knew it was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
There was a lot of meat on that bone, so to speak, and I'm so happy you came out because you've done a great job building what, they started off as a TAVR program. They didn't have a structural heart,
no.
formally trained cardiologist, and you've done an amazing job building that program into something that's a real gem, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's rewarding, when you build ground up, and there's a lot of people who are part of that, like you said, I get most of the accolades, but there is a whole team that, works hard to kind of make it happen. So I'm very fortunate to be working with people who, have supported me, my colleagues who have supported me. So it's been, very rewarding, and, it's a great town, Salt Lake. I love it. Patients are very nice, very grateful, and that's something that you kind of, the level of appreciation, having trained in Northeast, downtown Philly, Newark, New Jersey, there's a little bit of a difference of appreciation that's shown here, which makes it a little bit more gratifying.
That's awesome. You talk about working hard. I mean, everyone works hard. You're one of the hardest working cardiologists I know. You show up to the podcast in scrubs. The people don't know what time we shoot this, but it's midnight, you guys.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready for bed, and you're probably going to go back and read some echoes.
Well, there's always work to do.
Talk about coming to Salt Lake and that the cultural adjustment.
Well, hey, let's just one step for earlier. Like studying in India, how does the school system differ there from a standpoint of primary, secondary, through your collegiate training, your college training, when
Right.
the university was in India, and then at what point did you transition to the U.S.?
Yeah, so it's very different. I have a 9 and 11-year-old now, and they're kind of starting to kind of creep towards this whole middle school, college thing, and it gives me and my wife anxiety not knowing what the system is here, because we're used to the system back home. So the fascinating thing is, straight from 12th grade, you go to med school.
No undergrad.
No undergrad. Yep. Really? Yeah. So no loans, but no fun, right? Missed out on both.
No fun. And is it publicly funded?
So you have both private and public universities. So they have like an open entrance exam. Everybody has the same opportunity, and they kind of rank it.
Oh, that's how you decide.
That's how you decide. It is fascinating. So the best thing that I can compare that to is an NFL draft, right? Now in the NFL draft, the teams are selected, right? You know which team is going to pick 1, 2, 3. Now flip it, and the players have rankings. You know, the player number 1, player number 2, player number 3. Now the player is going to choose the team. You know,
Yeah.
So back in the day when Eli Manning was the number 1 pick, you know, he wouldn't have, you know, he didn't choose the Chargers, but you know, he went to Giants, right? So Eli, it would be up to Eli to pick who, or you know, which way he was going. So it's the same thing for the student. If you are number 1 in the state, all 12, 15 med schools are open. You go up to the podium and says, I want to go to that med school.
Well, do you have to declare med school, or what if you want to be an engineer? What if you?
Oh, no, I
is
mean, of course you can go either way, but engineering, is the same.
do you take a different test?
It's the same test. If you have, biology, you can go the med school route. And if you have, math, you go the engineering route.
Uh-huh.
But it's super competitive. Like when my year, I think there are what we call the paid seats.
Mm-hmm.
The government. It's a free education. It's probably like 2,000 students get that, and the number of students who take the test is 50,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So in my year I was 81st in the state. So I went to Grand Medical College, Bombay, which is a government medical college. So. They had spots open. I walked up to the podium, 81st. When they called my name, and they said, "Okay, I want GMC Bombay." So
Was that close to home?
no, actually, it was furthest from the home, and my mom was not very happy that
Because you're only 18.
Yeah, I didn't turn 18 until my second month in my first year med school.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
So does your primary school training, did you know you were going to declare for medicine before then? So you titrate your classes you're taking?
Yeah, I mean, I had a dual track, so I could have gone either way. And it was, we all, in this country especially, like, our kids are like, I don't know what I want to do. I want to explore, and there is a lot of that goes back and forth. In India, your parents tell you what you're going to do. You're going to be engineer, you're going to be doctor, you're going to be lawyer, or, there's a little bit of that. It's not like, you have to pursue that path, but there is a strong influence,
Probably not a bad idea. It's probably not a bad idea.
It's such an un-American idea. There's no way. Yeah. But let me ask you this: what did your parents do?
So my dad, he was a mechanical engineer. My mom was master's in biology. And
educated.
Middle class but educated, and there are certain professions, right or wrong, have a little bit of prestige associated with it, and that prestige doesn't necessarily mean financial incentives. And medicine is one of them. And my mom, growing up, she had a cousin, who was older than her, and she kind of idolized her, and she was a physician. And female physician back in the day that, you had to kind of break so many barriers. So she always wanted me to, go to that field. And, I liked it, and I was one of those kids, probably had undiagnosed ADD, like 2 + 2 is 5. So I never did good in math. I mean, I did good in math, but not, didn't get 98, 99%. I would always be in that 90 to 93% range. Because
oh, you idiot.
I know.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I'm sure.
When you have 50,000 students of,
There's a definite level. I mean,
oh, you're one of the 93 guys? Okay. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah,
womp,
exactly.
womp.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Go to the back of the class.
How dare you come on the podcast and act like that?
So it was, kind of, you went into this track. But, honestly, if you ask most of the people who went into medicine, right, when you go to med school, how do you know, you choose internal medicine or surgery or orthopedics?
This is a theme that all of our guests have talked about.
About the fact you get to a divergent point, and it's like,
You have no idea. You have influences. I have a cousin, who is an interventional cardiologist. He's now retired in Nashville, and he's been a big influence in my life. So, you could basically say there was nothing creative about my career path because I've just followed him to where I am right now.
Is he in cardiology too? Is that what you said?
He's an interventional cardiologist. I did, take the next step and to make him proud, structural heart cardiology,
God, that extra year in.
Yeah, so it's it's been kind of rewarding, going through that experience back home, and You know,
This is fascinating, isn't
yeah.
it?
You know, like in this atmosphere that we are going through, you know, this one thing that wanted to kind of talk about, which is very interesting. So I got into master's and the University of Kansas, right? So I'm going to the U.S. Embassy in Mumbai to get my F1 visa. F1 visa is a student visa, right? Now these guys who are visa officers, they hand out like hundreds of visas a day. Now it's not like, okay, Vamsi Gandhi, smart guy. I mean, everybody is accomplished there, right? So it's stroke of luck if you get a visa or not. Yeah, and there is. I mean, I know friends who were much more accomplished than me didn't get the visa that day. You know, I don't know if the guy fought with his wife when he came to work and decided not to give visa to anybody, but it is that one moment that you're standing in front of the visa officer, he stamps you, okay, welcome to the United States. And you have this whole career path that opens up in front of you. And then if not, I mean, it's not the end of the world. My friends are doing much better than me, back home.
But can you reapply, or
Yeah, you can reapply, but once you have a rejection, it kind of becomes harder.
Oh,
But that was like a non-medical, like it's complete stroke of luck factor in the career path, because you don't have that like elsewhere, right?
So when you applied for the visa, had you already been accepted to Kansas?
University of Kansas.
Yeah.
I had full ride, so it kind of made it easier. A couple of buddies who went the same day, so it was a good day for all of us.
Right. What age were you at that point? So you're 17 when you go to medical school. How long in medical school?
So it's 5.5 years. It's 4.5 years of training and then 1 year of internship.
Okay.
So 22 and a half, something in that
Did you
range.
always know you wanted to come to the States?
Yeah, I did. I have and an uncle who's an orthopedic surgeon in the UK. He said, "Don't come here." Made it easier. Go there.
Because of the healthcare,
yeah, it's a more nationalized care, and then opportunities. And that's one thing that's in this day and age with all the conversations going on, you can still not refute the fact or debate the fact that this is a land of opportunity. Even with whatever is around you, this country gives you fair opportunity if you are deserving, even now.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says, and, I mean, you have a lot of customers who are people, who took my path, and, in our hospital, we have so many people who have taken that path. So,
and that's just because in India, they saw the opportunity, they worked hard, they were smart enough, maybe had a little bit of luck.
Right.
And there are a lot of Indian cardiologists that I work with.
Yeah.
The coast especially, on both coasts.
I think there's a statistic, if I'm not mistaken, 1 in 4 cardiologists trained in India.
Yeah.
In the U.S., yeah.
It's interesting, right? But it's that they see the opportunity and they take advantage of it.
You can't avoid us.
You can't avoid them.
Gotcha, Blondie.
Yeah, so like you having brown skin, you have an Indian accent, you're in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, was that hard to come in here? Like every patient you see is white.
Yeah, it's very interesting because, so number one, I'm 10,000 miles away from home, right? So what's Salt Lake to Philly to Lawrence, Kansas to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, right?
Right.
And then, interestingly for me, I've been in 2 places, I've only had 2 jobs. I worked for 3 years in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which has its own, quirk as far as the popular culture goes, right? The Amish and the Mennonite people, and people are like, oh, how do you practice in Lancaster? And they're the nicest people,
Right.
And then you come here and Salt Lake has a similar reputation outside of Salt Lake, but I could not, they're the nicest people, and the city is becoming cosmopolitan, but even before that, 9 years ago, we felt very welcome, and it's a funny story. I was flying from Philly here, went back to watch a football game, and I was on the way here. So I had a young couple from Northeast. They were sitting next to me, and we were just talking, and just you're a physician, and what they're doing, and the girl was she was pregnant, like 8 months pregnant or something like that, and then we like, where do you guys live? It's like Sugar House, and they asked me, where do you live? And I was like, Cottonwood Heights. It's like, where is it? I said south of 215, and they like their faces went like pale. And I'm like, are you okay?
The suburbs.
Suburbs. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, but the misconception that you have, if you're kind of in that Salt Lake County, that
I mean,
Right.
you didn't say south of Point of the Mountain because
Yeah, that's really south. South of I-215. I mean, come on.
no, she was like genuinely scared for me and my family. I'm like, what? I'm like, I have the nicest neighbors, and and we love it. It's Midvale, Cottonwood Heights area, so it's just I think it's fascinating how you have misconceptions about people and place
Right.
before you get here, and it's like completely different.
Right. Well, and you fit in so great. I was telling Jason, because Jason hadn't met you, and I'm like, this dude is more American than I am.
Yeah, in some aspects, yeah.
Yeah, like you follow sports.
Oh yeah.
You and Ed Miner could be best friends. Like, you guys know so much about
Oh, yeah.
teams and sports, like the NCAA tournament in colleges, and you got yourself on the sideline of a BYU Kansas game,
Yeah,
running the chains.
Yeah, I was like holding the 10-yard stick. I was just making sure that Coach Leipold from Kansas, he didn't stand in front of me. I said, "Coach, get back, please."
Well, the camera
Excuse
loves
me.
him, right? They kept focusing in on the guy holding the down marker.
And they won. It's the Kansas one at BYU, and
Little different story with the basketball game this year, right?
I kind of
I
blocked it out.
I talked to a couple of people that
Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience.
no, it was over like in the first 10 minutes or something. That was rough.
Oh yeah, it was a brutal. Yeah, but
they have a power.
Did
they
you
had a
turn
powerhouse
Did you have to
squad.
turn your jacket inside out to get out of there so you didn't get heckled?
Oh no, so I went. Oh, you mean the basketball game?
Yeah.
No, I did the walk of shame. Hey, if I'm a fan, I'm going to
Own it.
live with it and die with it, right? So I'm like, okay, it's your year. We'll get you next year. So yeah, so it was no, that was a really fun experience. Like today we were talking in the cath lab, and I made a Seinfeld reference, and one of the techs, she's like probably mid-20s, didn't know what I was talking about. I said, I said, they need to take your citizenship away. Yeah. You don't know a Seinfeld reference. Everybody should know a Seinfeld reference.
No, and I know that you have all these years in Philly, and you love the Eagles.
Diehard Eagle
You
fan.
love the Eagles,
Yep.
and right now you're riding high.
Oh,
You've been to both Super Bowls.
yeah, I went to the 2017-18 Super Bowl where we won against the Patriots. And then I went to unfortunately the Kansas City Super Bowl in Phoenix where the umpire cheated us off the Super Bowl, right? So, you don't throw a flag on the last play of the game.
Such in Philly.
Do you know how do you know what pronouns would get you for the real fans?
Yeah.
Or the we and us.
Yeah.
We and us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I mean I was like at the 30-yard line, fourth row, and you throw a flag with like a minute 20 left. Come on. So well,
Zach's with you. No, he's not with you.
Zach sounds like a Chiefs fan.
Chiefs
he
fan.
sounds like. Well, we basically returned the mortgage with interest last year.
Yes,
to
you
the
did.
Chiefs, so-
You didn't go to that one though.
No, I had to work the following day, and I had a very bad suspicion that my wife won't let me in the house on my way back.
Listen, that's very perceptive. You got to keep your eyes and ears open to those kind of things.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Are you guys fans of any teams or?
I got ruined with sports. My younger brother played at Utah, and so he played basketball there, 7-footer, and I got to go to the national championship game with him and his team when I was living with all these guys and his buddies, and I got to be pretty close with the NBA. That was pretty fun, and that NC2A team there. My son's a big ball player, so I kind of watch those guys play, and anymore it's I got too up close and personal to it.
Yeah, I'll tell you a fun story about sports. So mine was, this is another fascinating thing for you guys. So mine was kind of, like 90% arranged marriage. So I went to attend my sister's wedding, and my uncle knew my wife's uncle, and they kind of hooked us up, and we dated for not a whole not like 3 years and 5 years here, like a few months, and we got married. So when I was talking to my wife, and I was just talking about like basketball and football and this and that, she had an impression I played those sports. So after, like a few years after the marriage, one day we were sitting with friends. It's like, and this guy was talking before marriage. I thought he was a sports player. He doesn't move off the couch when these games are going on. I said, I never said I played them. I said I liked them.
You're just a fan. Jason asked me when we were talking about you if you were a good athlete, and I said, I don't even know if he's a good athlete. And then Jason said, have you ever seen him throw a ball? And I never have. I've never seen.
Yeah, I mean, I played my fair share of sports. We were just talking about cricket earlier.
Did you play cricket?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I played cricket, and I mean, every kid in India plays cricket.
Cricket's athletic.
Yeah.
That's athletic.
Oh yeah, you have to run and
Hand-eye coordination.
It's like baseball, right? So, so I played cricket. I played ping pong. And here what it's called. We used to call it carom board, but finger billiards. Chess. Or carom board. You don't know that?
I don't know this.
I don't know.
We need to
Educate our audience on
Well,
this.
it's a square board, holes on like a pool table, right? So you have holes on 4 corners, and then instead of ball, you have these discs. Like you have the black discs and the white disc with the red, which is the queen, and then you have to pocket all the white ones, and just like pool, but instead of that,
You just flick it?
You flick it. Yeah, I'm surprised you guys
I've never seen this.
Oh, wow.
Never seen
It sounds like a tiddlywink meets Othello.
Do you play backgammon?
Badminton?
Backgammon.
No.
No backgammon.
What is that?
Backgammon
That's
is
the oldest game on the planet.
It's a good game. I play it with my wife almost every night.
What?
It's a game where you have how many checkers are there? There's 15 checkers, and you try to get them around the board through your. And it's a roll of the dice.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's lucky, and it's also like strategy.
We used to, I mean, it sounds similar to what we call the snakes and ladders.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that? You throw dice and you move on the board, and if you get a ladder, you go up, and you have to get to the other end.
That's shoots and ladders.
Well, I
Shoots
think
and
there's more
ladders.
of an adult-
we had the snakes and ladders.
Yeah.
If you get to the mouth of the snake, you come to the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that? Oh yeah, Shoots and Ladders.
Shoots and
There was
Ladders,
another one called Candyland.
Candyland is a different game.
Yeah.
Shoots and ladders is different.
Can
Hasbro.
can I tell a story about Candyland?
I'll allow it.
Thank you. So my daughter playing Candyland, I was watching her on a Saturday. Heather was somewhere with her friends, and she wanted to play Candyland. She's like 5, and you land on the wrong square and you get sent back to the bottom. But then you pick another card and you could be right back on top, right? So I made a card. I took the board game top, the lid, and I took it down to the copy, and I made a card that had King Candy on it. There is no King Candy card. That's how you win. So then I arranged it in the deck, so it was like the third turn, like. Well, and I took it and I pulled it up. I'm like, oh my God, King Candy!
Oh, you
Game
won.
over. Game over. And that's how far I will go for a laugh with a 5-year-old.
I'm sure she loved it.
We still talk about it a little bit.
Well, now you do. That day, a lot of tears that day.
Maybe.
some
But then I
tears.
think she did it on her sister later.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not bad.
I teach them.
You got to pass these
I
things
teach them
down.
these things.
Absolutely.
That's good. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about.
One thing I'll mention is, like how we talked about these games and stuff, and how they're like different names. I mean, in India, it's usually like British English. One of the, when I first came to the States, the first time I went grocery shopping, it was like an eye-opener for me. Because the names of things that I knew. So, an eggplant is called brinjal.
Okay.
Isn't eggplant also aubergine?
I don't know.
Yeah, so in India, it's called brinjal. And okra is called lady's finger. And I'm looking at these things, and chili is jalapenos. You know, when you
Just
say-
jalapenos.
just jalapeno, not made of turkey.
So little adjustments.
Oh, little adjustments. You walk in and I'm like, it looks like a brinjal, but it doesn't say brinjal anywhere. It says eggplant. What is this?
But you broke it down. You're a smart guy. You got 98
Well,
percentile on your,
Well, I did pattern recognition,
You didn't know, but
and picked the right things, and
picked the right things.
This tasted pretty good.
Yeah. So you cook a lot of Indian, right? Well, you're.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there was your in-laws lived with you for a while, or
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah. I mean, my in-laws, they used to spend quite a bit of time with us, and usually as soon as my in-laws land in Salt Lake, I gain 10 pounds because my mother-in-law, she cooks the best food. It's all ready as soon as you get home. Now it's sometimes my wife's a physician as well, so usually you get home, you open up the fridge, and then you start at the top rack and say, okay, what can we eat today?
So you don't cook much?
No, my wife cooks.
Yeah.
I just keeps it clean in the kitchen. And I don't
Right.
mess with things. So,
What's
yeah.
your favorite Indian restaurant here?
So we go to actually not far from here, Curry Connect. That's the one that we usually do takeout from. Usually sometimes we order a few dishes, and sometimes when the order is not much, the guy gets nervous. It's like, madam, what happened?
Oh,
It's
really?
like, yeah, because we are like regular customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a few good Indian restaurants.
Mumbai House has been pretty.
Yeah, I mean
reliable.
it's like the traditional.
What's your favorite dish? Is chicken makhani? That's my favorite. White guy Indian
butter
dish.
chicken. I like biryani. The
Biryani,
chicken biryani, the rice and chicken combination. Yeah.
What's the chickpea one called?
Chana masala?
Chana masala.
Yeah. Where you can get the best chana masala without going to a restaurant? Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah, they have palak paneer, chana masala, and they have garlic naan. Shout out to Trader Joe's.
Shout out to Trader. Maybe they'll sponsor.
Sponsors, yeah.
Maybe they'll sponsor.
Hey, Brent, the whole reason I came in here is to get some sponsorship from Trader Joe's, get some sponsorship from Crest because of my shiny white
Because
teeth.
of your white teeth.
Hey, yeah.
We're
And then
trying.
Maybe
Look,
golf.
maybe some golf. Maybe State and Liberty. Look at that shirt Jason's wearing.
There you go.
These
Have you
are
ever
these
been
are my
shopping
these
there?
are my favorite
No.
shirts. Oh, State and Liberty is fantastic.
Okay.
So it started by a hockey player,
Oh wow.
and he just wanted shirts that fit well, and they're just great fabrics and good jackets, and
It's like stretchy.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
fantastic.
Breathes. They make suits too.
Oh,
I'm
they
gonna go buy a suit because NSM is coming up, and it's time. It's
Gotta
time
do
I
it.
just I took the plunge.
Have you guys seen some of these ads, which advertise shirt or something like that and say no matter what your shape and size.
Oh, the
if it fits-
Instagram T-shirts.
Yeah, like the fit. I'm like, yeah, I haven't tried it. That's why you can claim that.
Yeah, the dad bod. They always
The
say
dad
that,
bod, yeah, exactly.
You don't have to work out.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
I can't buy pants without trying them on. My ass goes up to the back of my neck, and my calves. I'm built like a newborn giraffe. It sucks.
Yeah. You should see Jason on the golf course. He just looks so good. He's got his driver's cap on. Always.
Not a lot of hats fit this head. We all know it. Go ahead and hit on.
No, but you
make
look
fun of
great.
it.
It's kind of his trademark.
The
Kind of his
driving
trademark.
cap, yeah.
Now you said you're taking up golf.
Yeah. So my kids, because practically they grew up here, so they are into skiing.
Yeah.
And my wife, she tries to get involved, as much as she can. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but I see people on scooters and casts every year at St. Mark's. I'm like, you know what? I'll pick something appropriate, or age appropriate. So I
Right.
said, okay, let's take up golf.
When you're ready, when you're ready, don't just go out and get a guy that can, and I can help you. We'll line you up. I'm not helping you with your golf swing. I can help you find a golf
Find it,
pro.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then take some lessons.
Absolutely.
And then if it all goes well, maybe you can bully your way into the Bonneville
Yeah,
Municipal
that's-
Men's League.
I can show you how to do that.
Yeah.
I wrote the playbook on bullying my way into that.
Yeah, he bullied his way in, but he got in.
Yeah.
He's now I would dare say you're a beloved member.
Beloved.
Beloved
member.
of it.
I got nicknames and everything.
Nicknames and everything. So yeah, we'll get you going. We'll get you going.
Yeah, I think that's my motivation for the next year or two is to, do the, get into golf, And like we talk about it all the time, and like you talk about like physicians and physician burnout, and it's a real thing. And I think most of us talk because it sounds good, but we don't know how to implement it.
Tell me if this is right. I mean, if you're thinking about starting golf now, do you think start from the green out? Just putt and chip. Just start from the green out. Get good there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably good advice.
Yeah.
Sound advice.
Just start rolling some putts.
One thing, I played golf a few times, but I think, it seems very easy on TV, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, but the amount of like, the core you need to have, the mechanics of it, oh my goodness. It is just, impressive.
That's the
what it
addictive
is.
part of it is
Yeah.
it's so elusive.
Yeah.
You can have it for a minute, and then you're like, God, that was so easy when I had it. Now it's so hard.
No, yeah.
It's someone who likes a challenge. I think that it's a good game for you.
It's kind of interesting, like things that you took for granted when you were younger. Like growing up, I learned 4 languages. Didn't even try. Yeah, I
Right.
spoke something at home,
it's
and
the greatest gift.
Yeah.
The greatest gift.
yeah. So 4 languages now. I've been paying Duolingo for 4 years straight without opening the app.
What other language? English?
So I'm speaking
Hindu?
English, Hindi.
Hindi.
Telugu is my mother tongue, and then Marathi is what they speak in Bombay.
Mm-hmm.
Marathi, if I talk for a couple of months, I can get back on track, but I understand it completely. And my wife speaks 4 languages, and
Wow.
we're trying to teach second language to my son, and he's like as American as can be. I know English, I'm good. It's like he doesn't care about any other language.
Right.
Yeah, it's another one of those things that you didn't think about it when you were young.
Your brain is so pliable and
Yeah.
just firing.
Yeah, and now it's like you have to think twice. It's like
Yeah. Jason, you don't speak another language, but you have a killer German
Oh,
accent.
I took 4 years of Spanish. I used to be pretty. My Spanish is passable. The German accent is beyond reproach.
that's awesome.
Yeah, when I was there, it was delightful. When I was at the Oktoberfest in Berlin. Yeah,
It's the best.
Yeah.
And if you watch the pod, he does a Hank Hill that it got like
did you see?
it got like
have you seen-
8,000
Have you seen
views.
King of the Hill?
King of the Hill. No.
Then never
It's a
mind.
cartoon. Never mind.
Okay.
You have to,
I
you'll-
saw it once, and that dang voice just stuck in my head.
So it's a German accent.
No, it's like a hillbilly. Look here, Bobby. No son of mine's gonna be a fat kid model.
That's awesome.
Those sons of bitches stole my ladybird.
That's amazing. The fascinating thing is, so when my in-laws stay with us, right? So my mother-in-law, she speaks English, but broken English, but she's mostly Telugu. My 3-year-old daughter, back then, she would turn, towards her, and she would talk with an Indian English accent. Never been to India, and she would make an accent so she can understand it. And then she would turn towards me, and she will be like, "Really, Daddy?" I'm like, "Wait, how did she learn?"
That is wild.
Pliable
That is
brain.
just crazy.
Pliable brain.
Yeah, I mean, they just soak it up, and yeah, that's the
Well, good genes too.
yeah, probably from the mom's side.
It's so amazing. Like Somali's from Cambodia. Her mom speaks fluent Cambodian, and Somali can't speak a word of it, but understands everything.
That's wild.
It's amazing. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
This has been a delight.
It has been a
Yeah,
delight.
thanks for having me. This is awesome.
We love having you. You've been on the list. You were the short list.
Yeah, hey, that's a badge of honor. I wish there was something I could like wear to work.
When this thing blows up, you're an answer to a trivia question.
I want a T-shirt with that logo on there.
Oh, we'll get your ball cap.
Yeah, there's some merch.
Oh, so this is some merch, okay? Hey, So no, this is awesome. Like what you guys are doing, and I always wonder, like this, as of being in this field, like you always have ideas, right? Whether it's ideas related to healthcare or ideas at home, but getting up and implementing them, no matter what the success is, I think that's the biggest part. And
We're having a blast.
We're
doing
having
it.
fun. We're having fun. We talked about it so much. We're like, let's just go see what happens. Let's go do it. And it's interesting. I mean, we both really have no business being where we are.
We're fledgling podcasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, but
No, I think this is all.
But we're finding that people are enjoying it, right? Like the people that we interact with
Yeah.
during the day, they like talking about it, and it's fun, and it's and we're having fun doing it. So because this is fun, this is a
Yeah.
good hang. I would say this was a very solid hang.
It's a great hang.
Hey.
Did you like the hang?
Oh, absolutely. This is amazing, and hopefully I get invited back again.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back.
Hey, after round 1 of golf.
Yeah, we're gonna
there
we're
you
gonna
go.
chronicle your journey, your golf,
Oh,
your
yeah.
golf journey.
Well,
All right, everybody, let's wrap this up. Thank you for tuning in. However you get your podcasts, we owe you a huge debt of gratitude.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there, you see someone without a smile on their face, you give them one of yours. Have a great day.